This is section 7.4. This is part 4. We are adding and subtracting. Here we have 3 rational expressions. We need to find a common denominator for all of them. So let's look at every denominator. I have t plus 2. That does not factor. I'm going to put it in parentheses. T is just t. That can't do anything with that. This denominator, I can factor a t out of that, and that would give me t plus 2, which is the same thing as here, which is nice. And this shares a t as well. So my LCD, I'm going to write down every factor. I need a t plus 2 factor, I need a t factor, and I need a t and a t plus 2. The largest exponent that appears on any of these in factored form is a 1. So that's t to the first power here and here, t plus 2 to the first power here and here. So this is my LCD. I need to rewrite all of these 3 fractions with this new denominator. This last fraction, the denominator changed form, but it didn't actually change, so the 4 stays the same. On this one, from here to here, I multiplied this by a t. So I need to multiply the top by a t as well. So that new numerator is t squared. Okay, now for this one's a little bit trickier. So we need to multiply the entire top in parentheses by, what did it multiply from here to here? A t plus 2. So this also has to be multiplied by a t plus 2. So I'm going to write it out without distributing it. Okay. And this is equal to, now I'm allowed to combine them. All over the same denominator. Now obviously I need to simplify that numerator a bunch. I'm going to come up here kind of on scratch paper and multiply this out just so sometimes when you do a lot of the work within a fraction, it's easy to lose things. So you might want to come over to scratch paper a little bit and multiply things out. Now this is FOIL, it's distribution, it's box method, whatever you want to call it. 5 times t is 5t. 5 times 2 is 10. Negative t times t would be minus t squared. Negative t times 2 would be minus 2t. So if I put this in a normal order, I would have negative t squared. I've used that one. Combine like terms, 5t minus 2t would be 3t. And then I have the plus 10. So this is the same thing as t squared. Now I'm going to write all of this where all of this is. So it's t squared from here, plus, since it's an addition, I don't have to worry about signs or anything. I can just copy this down. Negative t squared plus 3t plus 10, and then I have the minus 4. And this is all over t times t plus 2. Now, one of the most common mistakes, I see people do the hard part here, but then when they go from this step to this step, they leave off either the t squared or the minus 4. So make sure you pick up everything you need. All right, now let's simplify this top. I have t squared plus a negative t squared. That cancels out. I no longer have a t squared. What I have in the top is 3t. 10 minus 4 is 6, so plus 6 over t times t plus 2. Now I need to see if this factors. I can factor a 3 out of the top, leaving me with t plus 2 over t times t plus 2. And now look at this right here. The t plus 2's cancel out, and your final answer is 3 over t. And there's something satisfying about starting off with something so complicated and ending up with something so simple.